Happy birthday to me! Happy birthday to me! Happy birthday, dear Christian! Happy birthday to me! So it's my birthday today. We're here in Wells, Maine. God, I'm tired from walking up those stairs. I've been out with a cold. Like literally, I haven't done any cooking for a week. That's a lie. I haven't done any videos for a week. So I figured what better day to do it than on my birthday. So come along. We're gonna do something different today. I went into my fridge to see what I can make for my birthday. Look at that fridge. Sad state of affairs. My wife was sick for a week. I was sick. We got nothing on our fridge. So I'm not doing out of the fridge, make a wonderful meal. I went to the store. I got some gluten-free flour. This gluten-free flour works really good if you want to bake a nice cake. My wife's going to bake me a carrot cake. And then what I've got for dinner is I'm going to roast some asparagus. My daughter Izzy loves asparagus. I've got some dill, some lemon, and some butter. What goes well with dill, lemon, and butter? Let me see if I got it here. Salmon. Izzy's favorite fish, salmon. So we're going to make a little pan-fried salmon, I think. Finish it off in the oven with a lemon, butter, dill sauce over the top. Some roasted asparagus. Oh, and I'm going to make some quinoa cakes. Autumn loves quinoa cakes. So we'll cook this up, and then we'll make a little patty out of it with some garlic and stuff and fry it in the pan. It'll be awesome. I might use some of the lemon dill over the top of that when we finish it off. So that's going to be the meal, and I'll come back when I start everything. All right. So, as appropriate, when I start cooking in the kitchen, one of the things my loving wife does is she comes over and starts taking over the kitchen with her stuff. Like, thank God it's a birthday cake for me. You know what I'm saying? So I give her a little space, a little corner in the kitchen to be able to do her stuff. So, essentially, I've got my salmon. What I did was I took the skin off it. What's the point in having the salmon with skin on it if you're not gonna eat it? So I'm gonna roast this in the oven. I've got butter underneath. I've got my salmon fillet. I've got a little bit of dill on both sides. And then what I've got over here is I've got butter that I've added some lemon to, right? So I've got this little bit of butter that I've added some lemon to. I'm going to just drizzle it over each one of these, right? And it's going to cook in those juices. And then what I've also done for an exaggerated lemon flavor is I've grated a little lemon zest. I'll put that lemon zest on there. I've already salt and peppered the fillets, so they've got some salt and pepper on them. I'm going to take a little bit of the shallot and just kind of stick it in here. I'm not going to put too much in there because I don't want to overpower that. What are we having? Salmon. I don't want to overpower the salmon. So I'll just put a little bit of that in there. And whoa, almost lost the lemon. And then, of course, I'll put the lemon slices on top. And then I'll fold that up. I'm going to fold these individually so they cook more evenly, right? It's a little trick to the trade. If I were to put them together, the side wouldn't cook that well. So I'm going to fold these individually. I can scrunch this together. That way I'll contain all the butter in there. So that's the salmon. I'm going to put that in the oven at 400. And then I've got some asparagus over here with some salt and pepper and olive oil on it. Just going to throw that in there as well. It's kind of fat, so that's going to take a while to cook. And then I've got my quinoa. I've already sauteed some onion and some garlic. And I'm going to add some Parmesan cheese in there. And then I'm going to put a couple eggs in there, maybe 1 or 2 eggs, to bind it together for when I make my patties. I'm just going to give it a quick saute in the pan, make it nice and golden brown. And then I think how I'm going to finish the whole meal is I'm going to make some dill with some sour cream and some lemon. Make like a, I don't even know what they call it, you know, it's like a, I don't know. It'll be good though. A little sour cream with some dill and some lemon. See, I don't even know what they call it, you know what I'm saying? So I'll do that. I'll finish with this, and then when I get cooking everything and bringing it together, we'll bring it back. So, all right, so we're back. I've got my quinoa in here. I mixed it with a little Parmesan cheese and a little Pecorino Romano. Added a couple eggs. I've got my hot pan right here with a little bit of oil and butter. Now I just take them by hand, and I form them by hand. My wife uses an ice cream scoop, and then she flattens them. Once it gets a little brown on there, then she flattens them. So I like to touch my food with my hands. So I'll put these in there like so. You can hear them cooking up nice. And then once they start to get a little brown, then you can pat them down a little bit. The real trick is to get them to get nice and brown on the bottom, especially with cast iron, because otherwise it'll stick and it won't form together. So while I was cooking dinner today, I chopped up that asparagus, and I had the ends of my asparagus. And I also had a 1 pound bunch of asparagus that had gotten some age to it. So essentially I just cooked it all down with a bunch of chicken stock. I added a little bit of shallot and garlic at the end. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little heavy cream. I'll throw that heavy cream in there, and then I'm going to just puree it. Nice amount of heavy cream. Then I'm going to take that whole mixture and I'll puree it in the Vitamix and make like a, what do you call those soups? Anyway, soup without puree. I'll make a nice asparagus puree. So once it's all done, I'll come back and I'll plate it all and show you what the finished product is. All right, so I'm super out of shape. I'm like exhausted after cooking that whole meal. So come over here and I'll show you. Like this is a salmon that just got out of the oven, right? Looks beautiful, right? Like, and if we cut into it, it should be just about medium rare, hopefully. It should be cooked perfectly. Looks nice. So we're gonna take a piece of the salmon and we're gonna put it on our plate, right? It looks nice. And then we'll take some asparagus and we'll put like 3 slices, maybe 4 asparagus. And then we're gonna take one of our quinoa cakes, cooked nicely golden brown. We'll throw that on there. And then we're gonna finish it off with a little sour cream and dill. Like a little sour cream and dill with a little lemon. So that's it right there. I think that's all we had. So nice salmon. These cooked in the oven for about 15 minutes on 400. And a nice birthday meal. So happy birthday to me.